It's just on the other side of the building. Do you want to say? I think Nikki wants to say something first.
No, I just want to jump in very quickly. I will be filming everybody. I will be filming everybody, as in including the camera avatars as well. So I'm making kind of a making of documentary. So there will actually be two filming processes going on, if you get my drift. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll follow Didge. Didge, where are you now? I can't see it.
Over here in the green jumper, moving away from you.
Right, okay, fine. So everybody follows Didge.
And we're filming beneath this red poster over here.
Great.
No, the red poster doesn't come into it. So Rory will stand to one side. If we're facing the wall, if Rory can stand to the right, if I'm my right, and then the subject stands on the left. But you're the other way around because it's from...
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Okay.
We should introduce our second camera avatar who has just joined us. That's Yeehaw Whitewood. So everybody meet Yeehaw. Yeehaw, meet everybody.
Okay. Yeehaw, I will be doing the subject and you do Rory. So I need to stand just about where you are, and then you move over towards Rory.
I think at this point we should also sort of explain, just the filming, the apparatus, and the, exactly why we're arranging this the way we are. We have two cameras here, so one is filming a subject, one's filming an interviewer. There is a rule in filmmaking called the 180 degree, maybe I should face people, 180 degree rule. So as in two cameras have to be at one side of a line, basically. You cannot cross to the other line. So that's why we have both cameras along the same, behind the same line, which is drawn between between Rory and Bitter Leaf, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sort of. All very technical. We have a researcher in film studies here, so that sort of makes sense from that point of view. But as far as we're concerned anyway, what we're trying to do now then is we'll have to be a bit patient because Yeehaw and Didge are going to have to set up the angles and stuff like that. So if we just stay put and follow instructions. Okay. So... what's actually happening here in the Hum Lab while standing here waiting is that I can see that they're focusing the screen capture program in a way that we get a good shot of each of the avatars. So that's what they're doing now. They're sort of setting up the cameras, if you like. And when we talk about cameras, really we're talking about screen capture programs such as Camtasia or, there are various. CamRec is another one that's accessible for PCs. So right now then, Yeehaw is trying to fix the angle of the camera in a way that it's going to look reasonably okay, get close enough to the subject in question. In this particular case, we have the subject Bitter Leaf. So, are you happy with that? Yeehaw or Didge? I don't know who's run.
I'm setting the image on Bitter Leaf, and I'm just now adjusting the sound levels so everybody is roughly within the same audio range.
So I guess you want Bitter Leaf to say something.
I'll do you first, Rory. If you speak for a little bit.
Okay, there's some echo in the background there as well, so I don't know who's got sound on, who's not speaking. But yeah, I'm speaking. Do I sound okay? Am I...
Speak a longer piece. Tell us about your drive to Umeå this morning.
Okay, I spent about 2.5 hours getting here in the cold. It's very cold in Sweden right now. We've had loads and loads of snow and about minus 25 degrees. But this morning wasn't that bad. It was about 7 degrees. So it was
Okay,
nice.
that's enough. Now, Bitterleaf, can you speak a few sentences, please?
Yes, I can. Denmark, it's very cold too, but not minus 25 or something like that. But it does suck a lot, I think. But anyways, I think we can drive our roads and stuff, so or the cars on the roads, of course, but it's not really a problem as such.
Can you turn your volume down a little bit? You've got it's coming through very clearly, but your volume is over-modulating a little bit.
Yeah, I'll just try the pref.
Okay, try again.
Oh, is this better?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
That's very good. Okay, now I think I've got the sound, but now I have to move again. I've got Yeehaw. Are you ready? Are you in the right position for the camera now? Hello?
Just sorting out technicality. Yeehaw hasn't got his sound on, so that's why we're actually in the same room, so we're running from one part of the room to the other.
Oh.
But we'll just stand put there, Bitterleaf. We can just relax, let the cameras get set up, and we can think about something else.
Yeah.
Maybe you could run through the questions so they're not completely surprised by them.
Okay. So basically, Bitterleaf, what I'm going to be asking you first is sort of for you to introduce yourself, who you are, and I'll also be asking you about what you do in Second Life, privately and professionally, in your leisure time. You know, how much time you spend in Second Life.
Jim, can you hear me?
And then I'll also be asking you a little bit about the avatar and why you chose the avatar that you did, and if it's a representation of yourself or something else, and then also how you relate to your avatar, you know, how close you are to your avatar. Is it an extension of yourself? Are you fond of it, or is it something that you just use to play around with for practical purposes? So we'll be talking a little bit about the relationship between the avatar and your real self, so to say.
Okay, Yeehaw is now on sound. Have you got your camera in position, Yeehaw?
A few more minutes, please. I have.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay.
There's no pressure.
While we wait to set up his camera perfectly, Bitterleaf, if you have the opportunity to send us after this a picture of yourself in real life, that would be excellent. We'll be putting in a.
I'm not
They'll
really
appear
sure
in
I
the-
have one computer actually.
You got one on the computer?
No, I'm not sure. I have one on this computer,
640-480.
so I just need to check if I can rip one of my Skype account in my own.
Yeah, that'd be
right
cool.
now.
There's no panic, but you know, once we film, you can have a look at that and see if there is a chance for you to do so, and we'll give you an email because we're putting in the sort of the participants in the film, and it's quite fun to see the real picture of the person as well. But you know, if you haven't got, no big deal. But if you got one, then you can send it. But as I said, I'll give you an email address in just a second,
Yeah.
so we don't worry about that now. If you're wondering what's taking time here, there's been some issues with the sound on one of the recording programs. We're using Camtasia, which is a screen capture program. I don't know if you're aware of it, if you come across it.
I think it's very cumbersome actually. I prefer to use Fraps actually.
Yeah,
we use Fraps also,
Fraps
but I don't know. I think Camtasia takes a good image, but Fraps is more versatile and lightweight, more lightweight files. But you have more editing possibilities with Camtasia.
Oh, yeah, because you have absolutely no editing capabilities at all with Fraps. You just cap.
Yeah, I mean that was part of the reason here because we can
Yeah,
use
we
the
can-
same capture
What was that?
program. Okay.
Yaha. If you can turn slightly to your left, Rory.
Probably the problem from my left and my right. Let me just. There, no.
No. No.
No, the other way.
There, that's correct. Slightly more.
Okay, we're ready to roll.
Is that good? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll count us in if everybody's ready. I'll start counting down from 5. Okay?
Let's test sound check, Rory. Just say something.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, I'm sound checking again here. I just drove my car through the blizzards of northern Sweden. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep, that's okay.
And I just want a plane right to the south.
Yeah, I'm going to Australia in
possible.
2 weeks.
Lucky bastard.
I'm recording.
Right, okay.
Okay, I'm starting now too.
Right.
We're rolling in 2. Go.
Okay. Hi, Bitter Leaf.
Hi.
Hi. I can notice seeing your avatar there. It's looking very sporty. Could you say something about yourself? Who are you?
Well, as you said, my name is Bitterleaf. In Second Life, I mainly do building, and I've been doing so for, I think, more than 3 years now. I do try to participate in social events. I do a little sailing. I try to do a little racing, but racing is not as easy in Second Life as you would want it to be. And just travel around and explore. But you know, I think 80% of my time, if not more, goes into building different educational sites actually, and lately some piratey stuff too. But building is my main activity in Second Life.
Okay. So are you sort of a professional builder, or are you working with the university
Yeah,
building for?
I work at the university where I've been hired to do building, but I do building freelance also for different educational institutions in Denmark primarily.
Okay, cool. Could you say something about your avatar? What made you choose it, and why does it look the way it does?
Well, in general, I think that part of the reason it looks the way it does is that it is rather lightweight. It doesn't have as much of a rendering cost when you don't have too many prim attachments, which is always a consideration. I'm wearing chucks because I think chucks are pretty cool, and these chucks are actually programmed so you can change them into all sort of colors and combinations that you would want to. So they're quite cool, and I think I've had them for almost the 3 years I've been here in Second Life. I don't change my appearance very often. I think I would love to have a more interesting avatar, with a lot more fun attachments and stuff, or fun, good looking, or I don't know, elaborate would be the word. But I'm never really.
When you
Excuse me. Well, the thing is, I'm never really satisfied with much of the things I can find. So I would like my avatar to have hair, but I can't really find hair I would want for my avatar. Which is interesting because actually balding in real life also, so usually my hair in real life is cropped.
I lost sound.
Oh. Did everybody lose sound?
I lost it.
Because
No, I'm here. I can hear you. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, is
I
it?
can hear
Okay,
everybody.
fine. Okay, because I can't hear anything. I'll keep talking.
Okay.
Okay, I'll ask a question. Sorry. When you say that you like your chucks, do you wear chucks in real life? as well?
I have chucks and I wear them in the summer. Yes, and what frustrations with my real life chucks is that Converse actually has a website where you can modify and buy custom chucks, but they only send them to America. So this is an opportunity for me to play around with the chucks every once in a while. But mostly they do stay black. But I like chucks in general, and it is something that everyone.
Okay, so final question. Could you say something about how you relate to your avatar? Is it something that you're very fond of, or something that you could change into whatever if you wanted to? Do you have a relationship with your avatar, if you like?
I have a relationship in the sense, of course, that I've had this. I have only recently created an alternate avatar because I need it for another job, and I don't want 3,000 new friends. But generally, I'm not comfortable with changing my avatar too often. I like it to fairly nondescript. I think you lost sound again.
Shall I say bye? Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Bitterleaf, for speaking to us. Okay,
cool.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna have to log out and log.
Hi. So, I think Rory Silent has logged out for the moment. Yeah, he's gonna come back to us. Yeah. But thanks very much. Oh, there she is again. Thanks very much, Bitterleaf. That was actually very interesting.
You're welcome.
Yeah. We will now get to the next person. The next interviewee. We have a hand. Yuko, I saw your hand. You raised your hand, so you're up next. Is he supposed to be up next?
Right. It seems that okay now. Something happened. I lost my sound, so I did the interview in the end without hearing what Bitterleaf was saying, which was a very interesting experience. But there you go. That's Second Life for you. There's always something that happens that you don't really expect. Can you guys hear me okay now? I just want to double check that my sound is working.
I can. I'm just teasing Hugo.
Okay. Good.
I have some problem with the audio. I can't hear you, Rory, very well. So that's the problem if you run an interview and I can't hear your answer. It would be a problem,
Hello?
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it the microphone or the speaker?
No, it's not the mic.
Or is it because
No.
she's not very loud? Because if she's not very loud, if you hover the mouse above, on her and then click the small eye, you can actually adjust her speaking volume. That might help you a little.
You can turn up my voice a little bit. So if you, as you said, if you hover on me and you get the eye, then you get like a little control where you can turn.
I lose your voice, and I think that it depends from the connection. But I try to do my best.
Okay.
If you want, we can test.
Let me try to turn my voice up slightly and see if that's any better for you.
It doesn't depend from the volume, but your voice come and go.
Okay, so it's probably connection,
That's
but
the
your
problem.
voice is pretty good. Your voice is actually sounding really good. So if you take a position where Bitterleaf was standing just a minute ago, roughly, and then I'll do the same sort of interview with you as I did with Bitterleaf. And if you have problems hearing, then you can just ask me to repeat myself.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
This is the
we'll
right
just wait.
position.
I think more or less we'll wait for the.
Yeah, you are in a good position. Can you take one step back? No. Yeah, that's good. And okay. Okay.
Each other.
I'm ready when everyone else is. I will. If you speak a little bit, Yuko, please. We'll get your sound levels.
Okay. speak about the weather today in Berlin. It's snowing, it's 10 degrees under the zero. Is it okay?
10 degrees. Yep, it's fine. Okay.
Fine by me.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready, Juha? Okay, we're filming in 5.
Hi there, Yuko.
Hi.
We're doing a little documentary on avatars and why people chose their avatars. So could you tell us a few things about your avatar and, you know, why it looks the way it does?
I'm sorry, I can't understand your question.
Okay, I'll say that again. Could you say a few words about your avatar and who you are?
I'm so sorry, but I can't hear the question very well. So, what did you ask? What about my avatar? Something about my avatar? If I look like my avatar? Ah, who are you? Okay. Okay, I'm Paolo De Gasperi. I'm a member of the Forcom team. The Forcom is an organization made up by different universities. And I'm the project manager of an important project that calls Avatar.
Okay, so do you spend a lot of time in Second Life?
Not really, no, because we started our project more or less 10 months ago, and we are not in the part of the project where we are going to deliver the course, so the learning activities, so I'm not very comfortable in this moment with my avatar, but I think that I will improve quickly in the next future.
Okay, so can you say something about why you chose the look that you've chosen? Was there any reason why you chose that avatar, shirt and everything else, for example?
This avatar, I'm a beginner, so it was just the avatar that I received when I applied, and that's I didn't make a lot of changes in my avatar. And it looks like me in the real life, so we are not too different. I'm both like my avatar. And that's all.
Okay, so your avatar actually looks more or less the way you look in real life then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
normally I have the shoes. That's in the real
you
life.
don't walk around, especially when it's 10 degrees below
Yeah.
zero in Berlin. Yeah. Okay. Well, how do you feel about your avatar, and do you feel that it is you in Second Life, or is it something else?
Sorry, I can't understand the last part of your question. How I feel with my avatar? This is the question?
Exactly, yeah. If you feel that it's sort of a representation of your real self.
Yes, more or less. It represents myself in the virtual world. That's important for me. Because I recognize myself easily.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you so much for letting us talk to you, Yuko. And yeah, have a good day.
Okay. Thank you. See you next.
Thank you.
Okay, how clearly is my voice coming through?
Beautifully, really
Okay.
well.
Can I just suggest one thing very quickly? Before we actually conduct this small interview, could you hold down the Alt key
and left-click my avatar's head. That'll just make sure that your character starts to look towards mine. That's right. Okay, let's just move over here. Right, whenever you're ready.
Hi Zanti, could you take a step forward please?
Yep.
You're a big man. I have to fit you all into the screen.
No worries.
Okay, we're going to have to move a bit here.
Jim, you can move the camera also.
Yeah. Okay, I think I have a pretty good shot now. How is it for you?
That's good. Is it getting dark or?
Go for it. Make sure you've got sunlight. Go to world. Oh, I should have said that before.
Because we have different lighting right now.
Yeah.
Is it just now?
Click if you click Control and
Yeah,
Shift,
he's on.
and then
He's
just
onto it.
press Y.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, it's fantastic.
Okay, could you speak a little bit, Zante, so we can set your levels for the audio?
Yep, sure thing. It's not that cold here in London compared to where you guys are. It's about -1 degrees. We've had some snow. It hasn't really settled yet. Travelling isn't so bad. Nothing has really stopped working. A few problems with trains.
Very nice.
Okay.
That's great. You've got a good connect. You've got a very good connection.
Okay.
Jenna, could you get over here, please?
Just 1 second. Sorry. Are you in London?
Yes, I'm in London.
Okay.
Okay, so you're sort of attending the workshop from a distance. That's good.
Yeah, I didn't actually intend to come. Bitterleaf sent me a link and I just popped over.
Okay, cool. That's it.
Great. Okay, are we ready?
Camera two.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm turning my speaker off now, and then we'll record in about 5 seconds.
Camera two rolling.
Okay. Hi there, Sante. We're doing a little documentary on avatars and how they relate to the real people behind them, so to say. So, could you say a few words about yourself?
Okay, my avatar name is Zante Zapetsky. My real name is Andrew Maranchak. I work at the University of Hertfordshire here in the UK, and my remit here is really to investigate how 3D can be used in learning and teaching. So one of the technologies I use for that is Second Life. I use a few other pieces as well, but in terms of kind of having a multi-user environment, Second Life has proved itself very useful within the university for students and staff alike.
Okay, so how much time do you spend in Second Life?
Not as much as I used to, mainly because when I first started I was tasked with building the university's presence inside Second Life. These days I do more teaching than anything else and a few tutorials every now and then. So in terms of hours, probably 3 a week these days. It used to be a lot more than that.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't help noticing that your avatar is quite impressive. Could you say a few words about why you chose that avatar and what you wanted to represent by building it that way?
Absolutely. I mean, I carry myself quite informally in real life, so this is a bit of a contrast to how I actually am. My hair's a bit more messy than this. I don't wear clothes as formal. And in Second Life, people don't really try to carry themselves as formal anyway. They try and be more relaxed, come across as being kind of casual. So in this way I kind of stood out more than most people. In terms of the beard and stuff, it's very tough to create hair in Second Life. You've got to improvise a lot, and people mostly just have facial textures for that sort of stuff, whereas I actually created a beard which I'm quite proud of, my character. So it's just a bit of fun, really. He looks kind of like Freud, I guess, doesn't he?
It does a bit, yeah, yeah. So, how do you feel like your avatar relates to your real self? You mentioned a few things already, but is it in any way a representation of your real self, or any aspect of your real self?
Well, in terms of the actual coat itself, I do wear a duffel coat in winter, and they're tough to find in Second Life because most of the clothes people wear tend to be almost skin tight, attached to the mesh. So this one is a bit more 3D than most other things. And in terms of actually spending time on creating an avatar, although Second Life isn't a game, how you present your character conveys how familiar you are with the workings of the environment. So the more intricate the details are on your avatar, the more likely it is that you'll be quite formidable with using the tools involved therein.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. So the cooler the avatar, the more professional the user, you could say, I guess.
Well, that's one way to look at it, but it just means that you care more about it at least.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that applies to real life as well. Anyway, thank you so much for speaking to us there, Zante. And
Thank you.
yeah, we'll be wrapping up. And yeah, thank you. Okay. I think 12:30 is the deadline we have for this workshop. Now,
One more interview though. Have you interviewed Chris?
oh, we have got one more interview. Who was that one?
Chris Simmering?
No, she didn't have voice. She just had sound.
Okay.
So that's okay. But what I'll do now is that I'll tell you a little bit about a few words about this afternoon's workshop. Now, hopefully we'll have the video to look at this afternoon and to discuss what the end product from this little experiment became, and talk a little bit more about the filming techniques and stuff like that. Maybe some of you will be attending different workshops, in which case you will see the video in the general summing up at 3:30 anyway. But I will send you my email address in the chat here now, because what we would like, if you have any chance, is for you to send us a picture of your real self, because we're going to sort of be including those pictures in the film, so that one can compare the avatar with the real self. So if you have the opportunity to send us a little shot of your real self, that would be great. Now, if you haven't got one available, that's not the end of the world, so no, we'll tell you what we have. But if you can send that as soon as possible, because we'll be working on this over lunch. We'll be doing a sort of a a working lunch, so to say. And thank you so much. Any final questions or comments, you guys? Okay, well, I hope the demonstration will be great when we get the end product, and I'm really sorry to see that Chris didn't have sound there. Okay, this is the place that we'll be meeting again for the afternoon workshop, so we'll try to coordinate it, but if not, just turn up here at 2 o'clock and we'll continue.
Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, and have a good lunch. See my regards to Berlin. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Marino.
Yes, we are done.